What's happening? Because you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shouty, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wick of the Ghetto Mafia. And today, Wick, hey man, this is a special day in the A, bro.
Man, it's a special day, man.
I'm talking about the legend, the man, the myth, himself.
Yep.
Bun B or UGK, what's good with it, boss?
Hey, man, we're going to clear up the myth today. It's going to be all facts.
Come on now.
It's all facts. No myths today.
I'm with it,
You
man.
better not start crying in here either, B. I told him, I said, man, boy, he said you the GOAT. He did. When he found out you was coming, man, I said, B, how you better not get in there and get the crying, man.
That's high praise.
Hey, Bun, I got to keep it real, man. So I got to get straight to it then. Because when Wick told me that you was coming down, I did shed a tear. Because Bun B, when it comes to this music, this is what I ride to, man. It done got me through a lot of dark times, happy times, player times, real times in my life, man. And I got to ask you face to face, when it came to you just lacing them tracks and coming with them lyrics, what was it that made you put thought into what you were saying, knowing that your platform would affect millions of young men, especially black men around the world?
Well, that's the thing. Like, we didn't come into it, like, assuming that we was going to be who we eventually became. We just wanted to make sure that people understood what type of dudes we was, that we was real niggas. And so the music was just a reflection of the life we was living, the choices us and different friends around us was making, and it just so happened that people was able to relate to that shit. You know, the background that we come from is we got to travel in the country, you know, like the Ghetto Boy said, the world is a ghetto. But you don't know that shit when you stuck in your little hood on your block, you know. You get out, you think everything finna be different, and I leave Houston, I go to Lake Charles and Lafayette and Baton Rouge and New Orleans and Mobile and Birmingham and Jackson. All these places. That's all the goddamn same.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? It look like the same places I eat chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look like the same liquor store I used to go and get a fill from.
Yes, sir.
And it look like the same corners we used to be on. It's just really no different. And once we realized that, we realized, okay, so we don't need to act like anybody else. We don't need to try to do what nobody else is doing. We just do us because most niggas is just like us.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just kept it simple. I never really overthought it. But at the same time, my job was very easy. All I had to do was show up and write a rhyme and spit. Pimp would produce the beats. Pimp did, you know, his verse, and he would be mixing and mastering the album. Sometimes he sang on the hook. So there was a lot more of a commitment in the recording process for Pimp than it was for me. All I had to do was write a rhyme and spit it. So I was like, well, shit, I need to be cold at that. If that's all I got to do, I need to be damn good at it. So I just focused on being better than anybody they put in front of me. I never knew who was going to be in front of me, though. But I just always wanted to be prepared.
For you, Bun, what were the lyrics for you that you just felt like you was getting your shit off when you went in that booth, though, man? And when you wrote that stuff down, you were like, okay, if they don't feel this, they just deaf, dumb, and blind.
At first, it wasn't even really approached like that. At first, you know, your first record is just for your hood, right? So you get out there and all you want to do is talk about the corner stores and the neighborhood and the blocks and the people and everything that you see. And then that record connect and you realize, oh, you got a bigger audience now. You know what I'm saying? So then you start putting a little bit more attention into what you're doing in terms of presentation, right? The subject don't change, the themes don't change, but we got a lot more people listening and looking at us now. Let's make sure that they see exactly what they're supposed to see. And that's why we never really did a lot of videos, because they never gave us a real budget. So we was like, man, I'm not finna half-ass do no bullshit little video. And these niggas got $250,000 for a video. Y'all want to give them $50,000. That is shit. You might as well keep that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with that being done, we had to make sure in person that the shit was right. You know what I'm saying? Because people that see us on magazine covers and they ain't see us on TV and videos. So first time people was gonna see us was at the show.
Yeah.
That's why we used to always get into it with the sound man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Which you youngsters, you welcome. Yeah. Because as many as sound man got hands put on him, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, so that when y'all came here, that was not an issue for y'all. But back then, they used to bring the worst sound systems. And they, you know, sound man to have more shit, just wouldn't give it to the rappers. Yeah. You know, and then you have to pull somebody to the side and be like, hey, man, don't play with me with these people. This is my life. This is all I got. Yeah. It better be 8 monitors on this motherfucker, and it better be some woofers on this bitch. I'm not finna rap on no house system. And I know you got a truck full of shit, and the man paid you for the goddamn sound. You pull all that shit out for me.
Yeah.
You know, Pimp wasn't taking no bullshit with that. The sound, that was the key point of the whole shit. If the sound ain't right, what's the point of doing the show?
Facts. For you though, Bun, when was it that music bug hit you and you realized that this was something that I wanted to pursue? And when you started, was it something that you felt like you could do for the rest of your life, or was it just something you was just kicking with the fellas?
I love the culture. I love the music. And I always wondered, like, where would my place be? Like, am I always going to just be a listener?
Yeah.
And then people in my city started doing it. Like, Pimp was a rapper before I was. You know, Mr. Boomtown, you know, legendary music video director and feature film director now. That was my OG.
Yeah.
Right? He was one of the first brothers rapping
My
in
God.
PA, you know. So seeing people that walk your hallways at school and live in your neighborhood rapping, I said, oh, I thought this was just some New York shit. I thought you had to be a certain type of person.
Yeah.
I'm like, but if this nigga can rap, I know I can rap. Fuck that. So I went for it, you know, and very quickly I became one of the better MCs in town. I just wanted it really, really bad. And then when it came time to actually try to put a record out, motherfuckers didn't really want it. And I looked up and it was really just me and Chad and our DJ Bird. And we just said, fuck it, we going for it. But I remember watching them, and then, you know, Rap-A-Lot, you know, came, and you see the Ghetto Boys, man, that's a game changer for everybody.
Yeah.
I remember in 91, I was, you know, I wasn't going to college. I said I wasn't going to do nothing but this rap shit. My mama put me out. I was at my dad's house, and we shooting pool. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Mind Playing Tricks come on by the Ghetto Boys. And I couldn't believe that somebody from there made that record. And from that point on, I was like, me and Chad can actually do this shit. Like, we can actually do it because I think our music sounds just as good.
Yeah.
And we, after that, probably about 3 months later, we, you know, put Tell Me Something Good on the local radio show. We won the radio show, but they disqualified us because you couldn't be signed, and we was already signed. But the people still wanted the record. So the radio had to keep playing it. We pressed it up. Tell Me Something Good, and the rest is history.
When you look up and y'all started making history, man, when you got into that music industry, was it everything that you thought that it would be, or did it turn out to be a little something wilder than you expected?
Oh, man, the day we signed, like, was the best day and the worst day of our life.
Shit.
You know, we walked in the record company, and, you know, they got us in the big office, and they, you know, showing us everybody, you know, Houdini and Too Short and all these other different people. There's Tribe Called Quest that signed, and KRS One. I was a real big KRS One fan.
Yeah.
And we signed a deal, and, you know, me and Pimp step out the room to, like, go in the hallway and celebrate, like, nigga, we did it. And then here come down the hall, come KRS One.
Oh, shit.
We like, oh shit, what's up, KRS? Yo, we UGK. You know, we from Texas. We rapping.
Yeah.
We came up here to sign. And man say, did you sign yet? I say, yeah, we just signed. Fuck. Well, man, I wish y'all brothers the best. You know,
Yeah.
damn.
Right, what the hell?
So I'm talking about within 2 minutes of signing the deal, we felt like, man, we might have just fucked up. And as we got to learning more and more about the contract we signed, we realized we did fuck up. And that's what the man was trying to prevent from happening.
Shit.
Yeah.